Is it working? Hello, hello, hello? Maybe. It's been quite a while since I've done this, so I'm gonna have to make sure this is actually all set up correctly. I see you also have to change the thumbnail, that's not correct either. Oh, how do we... This is so confusing. Videos are so much easier. I don't know how I used to be like good at doing live stuff. Crazy, I know. Let me check YouTube Studio. I gotta get a thumbnail for the live stream before I get into this. I almost got it. Oh, there we are. Thumbnail. Perfect. I don't know. Just take a picture of this, I guess. Cool. Perfect. Alright, now let me go back to here. Maybe. There. We chilling? We got it? Maybe, possibly. I swear, this is just gonna be the first time. I'm gonna have it fixed for the future, but I'm in a bit of a time crunch on this one. Oh man, the thing's not updating. It's a little bit annoying. Well, let me edit it. It's weird. Oh, there we go. It's updated now. Alright, anyway, ignoring that little... Well, let me see if this can be heard first. Oh. Oh. Turn down a little bit. Oh.
I'd say I've seen some beautiful days. I've walked count.
Alright, cool. Pull up the Genius page for this as well. Hey AI and hello, welcome back for another one. Today we're going to be listening to the newest country release from country singer Bryan. I heard this is actually a very well appreciated so far album with an 80 average score on the site I use, Album of the Year, which is absurd for a modern pop-ish country release like this, as I can expect based on his other music. So I really want to get into this and see what there is to it and if it has any resemblance to some of the country music I do like Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, those kind of artists. Starting off, Fears and Fridays. If it would start. Hello. Oh my god. Don't do this to me. Oh, there we go. Wrong song. Alright. Hold the lyrics for this. Spoken word. I do like the album cover a lot already.
I'd say I've seen some
It's a very
beautiful days. I've walked countless coastlines.
I like the
mountaintops. I've seen
what do you call it? The juxtaposition of it, the lights and
I need
darks.
a music machine telling me what a good story is. And matter of fact, I've never asked nothing from nobody. I've taken my motorbike down the Pacific 101 and I have stood atop the Empire State Building with my father. I've ridden the fear, although I was afraid every single time.
He's got a great voice.
I've learned that every waking moment is enough, and excess never leads to better things. It only piles and
Super
piles on top of things that are already
introspective.
abundantly in front of you, like breathing and chasing and slow dancing and love making, fighting and laughing.
It's already got like a lot more to say than most modern country releases.
Anyone I find kindness in, I do not and will not fear tomorrow because I feel as though today has been enough.
Getting into existentialism instead of just like my horse and my beer and
I think Fear and Friday's got an awful lot in common. They're overdone and glorified and always leave you wanting. Yeah, I think Fear and Friday's got an awful lot in common. They're overdone and glorified and they always leave you wanting.
interesting. Already a song with a lot to break down into that I would have to take the time to actually look into, but off the bat I love that direction it goes for starting off the album, going into all these different mental and social themes that any ordinary person might face in their lifetime, instead of just glorifying the good things in a life over time. Sampling the national anthem? Or maybe he played it, I don't know. Is he an acoustic player, electric, both maybe?
Hey there, darling, won't you love me down? I'm 51 miles out in interstate town. I just decided I ain't keeping quiet and I'm free. I lost my family to a bad disease. I got a mean gene in my family tree. It grows in grandfather and his daughters and me, you see. And I wanna stay humble, I wanna stay hungry, I wanna hear my father say that he loves me. I never gave a shit about being arrogant anyway.
These instrumentals are amazing. The drums are super potent and the acoustic lines aren't the only driving factor. There's so much different layers to it that back it up.
They told me that I couldn't and I shouldn't even try. Ever since I was a child, working for a while, overtime.
I love those horns there. That's so beautiful. Adds so much life to this. And that chorus too, it's I could actually see this being like stuck in my head.
Songs sound the same. You'll never make a name for yourself. But I've been scraping by my whole damn life, and Granddaddy worked a double till the day he died. Said never let this world's earthly pride get you down. No matter who you know, no matter what you do, I'll become what I deserve when it's all through. And you'll be there asking yourself why. So hold on tight, 'cause I'll be working overtime. They told me that I couldn't.
How is this the same dude that made that one annoying song, Something in the Orange? Like, I hate that song. This feels like a whole new human being here. Oh, Summertime's Close, getting right into it. I like that one a lot. That definitely gets saved. Could end up being my favorite or one of my favorites from this album. Looking at the track listing, 91, there is a song down here, 95. I'm very excited to see what makes that one so highly appreciated.
But I ain't ever been baptized in water as cool as you. And the law don't ever come back here, and I reckon they don't try. I just put some beer on ice. Let's just dance for a moment or two.
Super nostalgic.
You're the fire of Carolina and Oklahoma too. The stars of San
So far,
Luis
each song has been extremely musically interesting, which is so much different than most country music. Not even just modern country, most country music. It usually relies on similar acoustic-based elements. This one, it's had horns, it's had the electric guitar, acoustic, some heavy drum lines, and now even harmonica. It's very different in the best way I could ever say. I always love looking for these new aspects to ordinary genres like this. It makes it stand out to the bland.
Windows down just for the hell of it. You always acted baptized every time we hit the coast. Bandana tan line on your forehead so tourists didn't know. You're the fire of Carolina and Oklahoma too. And the stars of San Luis ain't burning bright as you. You're the waves crashing down on the eastern coast. When the day's cooling off and the summertime's close. I lost faith in the world a long time ago. My blood rushed to the heart, you are my last hope.
I love how beautifully romantic this song is, in a nostalgic way. Nostalgic love songs are like my favorite genre of music.
And the law don't ever come back here, and I reckon they don't try. I just put some beer on ice, and tonight I'm dancing for two.
That's another good one. East Side of Sorrow. This album's doing good for its, first day? So, let me do some scientific research on this.
18 years old, full of hate. They shipped me off in a motorcade. They said, boy,
Did he make the top 50 global?
know what you're fighting for.
Oh, there we go.
I lost friends
That would explain it.
August heat. At night it was God I had always meet. I said, Lord, won't you bring me home? I got women.
See, I wish more like Old White old white moms would listen to this and not like a Morgan Wallen type. Like, this still honors the roots of country very well as I'm listening so far.
Doctor said he did all he could. You were the last thing I had that was good. So I walked miles on the Tulsa streets. Lights started beaming in from the east. 6 a.m. and fucked up again, asking God where the hell he'd been. He said the sun's gonna rise tomorrow, somewhere on the east side of sorrow. You better pack your bags west, stick out your chest, and then hit the road. The sun's gonna rise tomorrow, somewhere on the east side of sorrow. Don't give it a reason to follow. Let it be, then let it go. Let it be, then let it go.
It feels so grand with that, again, the horn section coming in there to finish off the climax. Then back to the clicking.
Did the Navy do him well, or did he wind up sick like every other brave boy from these rundown sticks? You ever get tired of singing songs like all your
And these drums slowly come back in.
You ever get the time? Come on home. I have turnpikes back together and they're writing songs. He said the sun's gonna rise tomorrow, somewhere on the east side of sorrow. You better pack.
Somewhere the sun's gonna set tomorrow on the east side of sorrow. That's an insanely good lyric. Super poetic, serene, and cinematic.
East side of sorrow. Bugs back together and they're writing songs. He said the sun's gonna rise tomorrow, somewhere on the
Sun's gonna rise.
You better pack your bags west, stick out your chest, and then hit the road.
God. I don't care if he's not the one playing it, the way he, like, articulated this kind of song is so impressive.
East side of sorrow. Don't give it a reason to follow. Let it be, then let it go. Let it be, then let it go.
Next up, we have Hey Driver featuring the War and Treaty.
Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them.
down the road that's a little bit windy, to a place they
I assume this is the War and Treaty, because it doesn't really sound like Zach
where
Bryan.
the women all fine and the love is fair. Yeah, driver, you can drive me off anywhere.
Hey driver, pull on over. I'm in a fight with God. This Carolina shoulder seems the place I'm getting.
Is this
on.
the second song he's mentioned Carolina in? Is there some kind of relevance of that? Where is Zach Bryan from? Oolaga. Well, where's Oolaga? Oh. You did mention Oklahoma once too. Maybe there's some kind of correlation between the two. I failed my non-existent geography class, so I have no clue the resemblance between those two states and where they
Daddy
lie.
always told me, never make a home on the road while your lady's sneaking out and the kids are growing old. Hey driver, I've been riding this lonely way too long.
Wish I had like a second monitor so I could easier check chat and stuff.
was all spent on my song. Hey driver, the boys are gambling with more than just their cars, with their bottles and their drugs and their Bibles in their hearts. So take me down a road that's a little bit wide.
Their voices collide so well together.
To a place they still
Zach's hitting the low notes while whoever the singer for the War and Treaty is hitting these high notes, and then the rest is just blended between each other to make an all-around perfect tone. It's got that classic country tone, but it's not in like a way that feels racist, if that makes sense. I don't know a better way to describe it. There's just that certain twang that's good versus bad. This has that good feel to it.
Hey driver, I'm so tired of the ways of this whole
Not the Zach Bryan.
Just drive until
You know,
the tires melt.
I would have felt the same, but here I am. Bunch of arbitrary numbers convinced me to listen to this.
To a place they still put sugar in their iced tea, where the women are fine and the love is fair. Yeah, driver, you can drop me off anywhere.
Drive me off anywhere.
Drop me off anywhere.
Michael Trotter,
Yeah, driver, you can drop me off anywhere.
Okay, I think every reaction so far I've created a very much reaching what do you call it, comparison between two wildly different songs. So let's just hear me out. Hear me out.
Drop me off anywhere.
I can't take myself serious.
Michael Trotter,
Yeah, driver, you can drop me off anywhere.
Where is it? Hold on. Oh my god. It's the next line, I think. Alright, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that?
All right, man, I'm ready. They still put sugar in their eye.
Where is it?
be winding.
I gotta get the comparison.
Yeah, driver, you can drop me off.
There we go. See? You can kind of see the resemblance. It's like that same level of high notes and that same tone and accent. How did I go from Zach Bryan to Phil Collins? I'm sorry for the 0 viewers watching.
Road that's a little bit winding.
Oh, just notice Fear and Friday's poem, maybe a continuation on the themes explored in the poem. Let us see.
Pluck strings on porches, a poor boy's choir, my blood's at a boil. There ain't no fire, I just love the way the light beams in. But I got bad news, I'm fearing Friday again. Choking on some bourbon when you roll up. You say, boy, you gotta face it, you just ain't that tough. There's a house hopping on the edge of town.
I'm revved up, thirsty, and ready to drown.
Uh-oh. We have a viewer here. Finally someone supporting the lovely old channel. You want to listen to some Zach Bryan with me? I don't think he does. He's a hater.
It's gonna end, won't you get angry at me? Say you love me again. I got a fear, dear, that it's a Friday spark. You only love me like you mean it when it's after dark.
So yeah, it does seem to be exploring similar themes about like the fears that come from Friday night partying. You only love me when it's after dark. You only love me whenever things go down after dark. You get drunk, you start partying after dark. You know where I'm going with that.
We can hide out tonight out where the trees get clear. Just please you.
It's also got this super youthful teenage feel to it with the I got a fear, dear, that it's gonna end, and just all about partying, something very between high school and college, that kind of age range. It's a very youthful look at love and fear.
I got a fear, dear, that it's gonna end. Won't you get angry at me? Say you love me again. I got a fear, dear, that it's a Friday spark. You
One more
only
breakdown,
love me
maybe?
like you mean it when it's after dark.
I like that one a lot too. We're 3 for 6 right now. That's 50-50. That's a lot more than I usually get with first reactions.
Cutting ties with things that bind my heart to this world. I love you and I'm willing, but I cannot keep you, girl. Philly by the morning and Ohio by the night.
Ooh.
Thing about a long rope is you can't hold on to.
So what, he does vocals and guitar? Does Zach Bryan play guitar? Zach Bryan uses different guitars for his performances, main as a Guild F55 steel string acoustic. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so he plays the acoustic, so it looks like he just got a lot of help with the instrumentation throughout this album. I mean, either way, it's a creative ambition that overflows, because anyone can play just his solo, but not everyone can take bold moves like this, much different than what's typical for the genre.
Lord, I'll wait another day, 'cause I ain't close to you.
I'd wait another day because I'm not close to you. Oh, welcome back. He's coming around on Zach Bryan. He's changing his mind. He's just like me, right? Everything about this just works so well.
My friends have moved away. Some got jobs and some got saved. They talk to me like I'm still that kid.
It's an Ed Sheeran reference. Some of my friends got jobs, some moved away. It's like that Castle on the Hill song. That used to be my favorite song.
Do you remember 25? Long legs and loving time seems like 10 lifetimes ago. I'm cutting ties with things that bind my heart to this world. I love you and I'm
Hey,
willing, but
what's your
I
problem?
really have to go. His wheels running down the interstate. The Lord, I'll wait.
If I don't have much to say, I'm just admiring the beauty of this record. There's so much musically interesting aspects to this that make it up. It's a super nostalgic listen combined with a super beautiful listen.
And Lord, I hate that I ain't close to you.
Sure hope you get me some viewers, kitty. Zach Bryan writes and produces all of his songs on this record. That is very helpful to hear. Thank you for letting me know that. That adds a lot to my appreciation for this. That's an extremely talented feat there.
Thing about high hopes is you can't hold on too tight.
Thing about high hopes is you can't hold on too tight. This album is littered with amazing, super poetic lyrics, which are talking about super deep thematic experiences. Much different than most other country albums I've heard of the recent decades even. This whole pop country nonsense fiasco has been going on for like what, since the start of the 2010s, maybe a little before. So this is an amazing sight to see. I've been subject to all the newest country hits over those 2010s years, and so I very much know how much I dislike them and why I dislike them, and this is just completely different from that.
Greens and browns remind me of a mountainside. All the days that are to come and all
Dude's so
the bad
weird.
things that I've done.
Get him.
I ain't never been a holy rolling, but I found God in your eyes. We can stop for gas on a
He's so
last
fluffy.
trip out of town. All
Here.
the songs about nothing and straight face bluffing's got me down.
Here's Kitty.
'Cause old dogs bark way too loud. Talk
Kitty's
shit
vibing.
on the weekend crowd. I ain't never been a holy rolling, but I found God in your eyes.
Hey, get your booty off my screen. Come on, mister.
There's a place for good love on the river's edge, darling. I know home
This dude's got no respect.
from sundown to sunup. There's a place for good rest in the warm arms, honey. I found God in your eyes.
Again, I'm not familiar with Sierra Farrell. It's cool seeing the use of these different artists to add to the vibe of it, change it up a little bit. Speaking of which, Casey Musgraves and Illumineers, two absolutely amazing artists. The Lumineers, maybe not as much in the country aspect, but Casey Musgraves, like one of my, maybe even top 3 favorite country artists ever. So that's crazy that she would be on an album like this. I'm not sure if she does much features, does she? Yeah, not really typically outside of these soundtracks, so that's interesting to see. A simple love song, but it's working a lot. I'm not sure which TikTok memes you're referring to, but I'll pass the information on to him. If you didn't know, his name is also literally Kitty, so you can say hi to Kitty. He's definitely a personality. He likes taking over all the recognition. Very spoiled little boy.
Greens and browns remind me of a mountainside. All the days that are to come and all the bad shit that I've done. I ain't never been a holy roller, but I found God in your eyes.
I found God in Your Eyes is such a simple line that speaks on so much levels. Me personally, I'm not super, religious in that field, but for someone who is, that's like an extremely sentimental thing to say to someone. I found God in Your Eyes. I found this perfection in Your eyes. You gave me this perfect feeling. I don't know. It's a great ending to a great love song. Oh, now on to the supposedly power track from the album with the by far highest rated score by user review. It also looks like it is the longest song in the album, over 5 minutes long. Jake's piano. I should probably pull up the lyrics. Oh, it's 2 separate songs, maybe.
Finally quit smoking cigarettes and I don't go downtown drinking till it's dawn. The best parts of you are here, but you're still gone.
It sounds like so hurt.
And Lord, I've been trying to smile like you told me, laugh like the old me. It comes out all wrong. The best parts of you are here, but you're still gone.
This is a total switch up from the last 2 songs.
And I still tie that double knot, the one you taught, that gets caught on the bank. The best parts of you are here, but you still ain't.
That's painful. The best part of you are here, but you still ain't. The best parts of you are here, but you're still gone. I'm not sure if this is referring to like a friend, maybe a lover, family member. Either way, it seems like someone super close to him has passed on, and he's looking back on it and mourning that loss. I finally quit smoking cigarettes, and I don't go downtown drinking till it's dawn. Maybe the death had something to do with that. His late mother died from heart disease related issue, which runs in his family. There we go. And smoking cigarettes, of course, is very much a possible lead to, heart disease related issues. So just the way that all fits in together, it's painful. First half is about his late mother, second is about his ex. Okay, I see. So it's just gonna be a sad song. Oh boy. That's a nice piano line. Definitely super beautiful.
I finally quit smoking cigarettes and I don't go downtown drinking till it's dawn. The best parts of you are here, but you're still gone.
God, this hurts. And this, what? Not even halfway into it. I love how now it's just the piano and acoustic switch off to follow up the piano solo bit. Then the drums start getting layered in. Seems like it might just build up. So there we go, part 2, Long Island, second part of this about supposedly his ex. He was serving in the Navy a few years ago. I wouldn't have known that, but
and I've been drinking so much lately, it seems a damn double blade. So when I'm drunk, I dream you're dancing down the shore.
So he's okay. That was a nice build up, but it seems like he's he's getting drunk to remember this past lover that's now gone, but at the same time, drinking is only gonna distance himself much, much more, which is why it's a damn double blade. Because when he's drunk, he dreams about dancing down the shore. Blah, blah, blah. You get it? That's super well thought out lines.
Heard your father got sick on Long Island. I've been trying like hell to call. My mind ain't well, and I just can't tell you why. I heard they shut down the old bar we'd go to when we needed rest. We'd always stay out too late Tuesday night.
That's painful. I didn't think when I was going into a just Zach Bryan album I would be listening to something like this.
Heard your father got sick on Long Island. I've been trying like hell to call. My mind ain't well, and I just can't tell you why. I heard they shut down the old bar we'd go to when we needed rest. We'd always stay out too late Tuesday nights.
You know what he said about smoking could have something to do with the album cover now that I think about it. He's stuck in this dark, and that drives him into taking back up what he tried to escape after the passing of his mother. Just maybe could be a stretch. I'm not sure if that's the case. Just a little insight. Either way, it's a super cool album cover. It works very well. El Dorado. I also happen to fail Spanish 1 even. So, what does El Dorado mean? Or Google Translate.
Did you ever make it back to El Dorado? I called and asked, could hell if I know?
El Dorado.
I still got your number.
Oh wait, I think it's...
You care. You moved away when you was young.
Wait, so it's a
Was it
city.
escape or was
Oh wow, I really did fail Spanish. Jesus.
Ain't no place to be a man. You used to say you'd settle down with that kind girl from school in town. She was gone before you
Interesting.
got back
He
home.
served till 2021, and when did he start making music? I know it's pretty recently, correct?
If you're still alive, there's a note in the
So he was making music this whole time. Was he making that while serving in the Navy? If so, that might be why there's so much passion and actually like poetic lyrics to this, deep mental thoughts after, you know, going through that kind of hardship in the Navy. It's a lot different than just having a simple rich life that most of these modern country artists have.
My mama always said we look so handsome when we shave.
So it seems like it's not just the last song reflecting on it. It's a lot of the album he's reflecting on the passing of his mother. Whenever his mother did pass, I presume recently. Either way, it shows how much he loved her and how much it's taken a toll on his mental health, it seems. He got honorably discharged after 9 years due to him gaining popularity from a video singing while he's stationed in Florida. That makes sense now I think about it. That's a super honorable thing. And it's good to hear because I don't think he would have written something like Jake's Piano in Long Island if he was still stationed. a good solo too, I forgot to mention. Kinda got that bluesy feel.
He told me he ain't finally heading home.
Enough of El Dorado. I want to hear the Casey Musgraves song. I was excited for this one. Is this a single? It's like the most popular one, it seems. Or maybe just like-minded people know that Casey Musgraves is the GOAT. Oh, it was a single. There's a lot of singles, it seems. All the songs with features were... That makes sense.
Do I remind you of your daddy in his 88 Ford?
Maybe if I like this one enough, I'll even like go back in a separate video and check out all of his albums. How many did he have? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, before this one.
Blame it on the beach, grown men don't cry. Do you remember that beat down basement couch?
It's only happened once before, and that was Elvis. That's wild. I can't believe I've never heard of something like that.
How your mama ran off and pawned her ring. I remember everything.
That's insane.
A cold shoulder, a closing time. You were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. Pictures in passing time. You only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do. Remember every moment on the nights with you.
Anything I say wouldn't just ruin the absolute vibe I'm in right now.
When the hell are you gonna ease mine? You're like concrete feet in the summer heat. It burns like hell when two souls meet. No, you'll never be the man that you always swore. But I remember you singing in that 88 Ford. A cold shoulder, a closing time. You were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come
He does definitely know how to choose features. You're right about that. Did he have any features on previous albums similar to this one? 34 songs, 2 hours. I'm debating whether I still want to go back and listen to some of these, even if this is a really good album. Oh, this was an album, this is a live, okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is the only one with features. I mean, it's welcome. Casey sounded amazing. I got a little distracted, so I didn't get to say it, but her lines were super good, and her voice sounds amazing as always. She still got that nice passion, similar to my favorite album from her, Golden Hour.
Labrador hanging out the passenger door.
Tourniquet, like my favorite Evanescence song.
There's delays on the plains out of eastern Montana where you told me you were leaving from. You've been stabbed in the back and the rest of your body. Won't you tell me where you're bleeding from? If you need a tourniquet or if you want to turn and quit, know that I'll be by your side. You bled your whole soul into things you can't control in a world you'll never satisfy.
Definitely listen to that live album, All My Homies Hate Ticketmaster. Is this your first time? This is my first time. Well, it's my first time diving into Zach Bryan. My parents are a big fan of Zach Bryan, so I have heard songs like Something in the Orange, and I'm pretty sure I've heard Heading South too. I've definitely heard Something in Orange. I've never been a big fan of this one. I feel like it's super melodramatic, and his voice sounds too raspy even. But hearing this, he like merges that like melodramaticness over into just passion. Like, there's a big difference between the two. They sound pretty similar, but you can tell when one's melodramatic and one's passionate. This whole album has felt passionate, and that raspy feel has kind of faded a little bit. It's got a super, almost serious tone, I would say. Uh-oh. That was the, oh yeah, the live album. That was the, is there anything significant about his live performances? Does he go out and about with it at all, or anything like that? Anything that makes him stand out from most live artists? I love the electric guitar features as well, I should say. It was recorded at Red Rocks in the middle of a heavy snow. Crowd was ridiculous. So it sounds like I gotta find a video for this instead. That'd be crazy to see. I drove past the Red Rocks a few months ago on a summer trip. It's definitely a place I've always wanted to actually stop and go to. One of my favorite bands, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, they are pretty frequent with performing there. It seems like such a beautiful place to watch a beautiful live performance. I could definitely see myself going to a Zach Bryan concert if I went out there. A Lumineers song. My friend is a huge Lumineers fan, so I'm gonna have to show him this one if it's any good. What do you call a Lumineers fan? Like a luminary? Luminaru? They got a name for it. I think about it, there's not... They get all these streams that... Like, who says they're a Lumineers fan?
Met a man in New York City, told me humans ain't as pretty as a perfect day will chase for all their days. I ain't spotless, neither is you. But once in my life, I'm gonna see it through. If you want spotless, I'll always lose. I don't want love, but I want the truth.
It's doing something similar to the Hey Driver song, where one of the singers hits the low notes, one hits the high notes, and it kind of collides and creates that whole picture. This song Spotless is doing that so far with the chorus back there. Now it's kind of trading off, but either way the juxtaposition still works a lot. All these features give a nice flow through, so it's not the same old thing throughout the whole album.
Everything meant to be is bound to stay.
Pianos seem to be a pretty significant aspect to this album. Is Zach Bryan a pianist, or did he artificially add piano to this with the self-production he did? The shows are incredible. I'm dead serious. On Youth vs. Zach Bryan Red Rocks, the fans sync the live album with crowd-recorded videos. Let me search that up now just so I don't forget later. Like Zach Bryan at Red Rocks. Oh, it looks like he's still touring. I wonder if he's coming to St. Louis anytime soon. That's where I'm from. Maybe. He did come to the pageant, my favorite indoor venue I've been to, a few years ago. Well, I can see what you mean now with the snow. Let me, I'll save that for later. Thank you. Thank you for telling me about that. We'll 100% get to that later on. Now on to Tradesman. Sounds like you have good taste. Thank you. It sounds like you have amazing taste too, especially for sticking around.
No one on this side of town knows a good place for a boy to drown. You look at me so strange when I talk. I wish I was a tradesman, learning from some beat down old laymen. Some hillside they ain't named yet, sleeping next to mountain fire smoke. Everyone lately scaring me. It's all backdoor deals and therapy. The only callous I've grown is in my mind. I wish I was a tradesman, playing with some tuned up tight string band, somewhere out by Badlands, way past closing time. So if you want to trade, I'd say it's a hard-earned mile.
Not sure if trade's like a metaphor for something he's referring to. Tradesman, so if you want to trade, I wish I was a tradesman, etc. It seems to be a pretty potent word in this, but I don't know. Should have waited a little longer for more genius annotations I can cheat off of.
Something more that I need than accolades and sympathy. Fatiguing in the summer heat while they smoke big cigars. So give me something I can't fake, that rich boys can't manipulate. Something real that they can't take, 'cause Lord, I'm not your star. If you wanna trade, I'd say it's a hard-earned mile. Wanna sweat like hell, throw a hammer down. You know
You've seen Gizzard twice? That's wild. They're yet to come to St. Louis for me, again, where I'm from, and I'm not at the point, you know, to drive anywhere past there, so I haven't been able to go and see them perform, but it seems like it would be such a surreal experience. Like Tame Impala? Of course I like Tame Impala. Let me know, what's your favorite Tame Impala album? What's your favorite song from them? Personally, I would say Basic. I got Let It Happen as the best song, but that's just such a psychedelic, beautiful experience of a song. 2 songs left, Smaller Axe and Oklahoman Sun. I promise that wasn't my back, that was a chair. I don't got that bad of muscles. Not yet. 2 of the best concerts I've been to. Personally, my favorite concert, Turnstile, JPEG Mafia, and Snail Mail, all over my YouTube channel just because it was that surreal of an experience. Absolutely stunning. That was also at the pageant I was just talking about. The indoor venue just made it all echoey and beautiful like that.
She prefers things that are worthwhile, like small towns that old style and smaller.
I'm liking this one. It takes a song like Tradesman and adds a lot more passion to it. Even with the acoustic guitar lines, there's so much more passion in that. Such aggressive strumming techniques, which goes along with his vocals. Very strenuous. Almost went to a JPEG show. What stopped you? It was crazy. I loved it. I have to stop this one early because I'm in a bit of a time crunch. Apologies for that. I have to go in just a few minutes, but we're so close. Let's finish this one last song, Oklahoman Sun.
Now getting back to Oklahoma.
If I remember, Oklahoma was where he grew up in. Yeah, Ulaga.
You talk so strong, but you can't stand straight. How'd you fall for a man I've grown to hate?
A lover, past lover. Shows again, mental disorders there. How do you fall for a man I've grown to hate? That little bit of self-hatred there. Thing he's had to suffer and go through.
Did the city beat your ass like the trash you are? There's still smoke smell in your old fast car. You can't hide where you're from with nightcrawler blood on your casting phone. You can fight and fiend and sell
On Twitter, he said he recorded this song on his back porch in Oklahoma. That sound in the background is a bird, not a bullfrog. So, oh, okay. Interesting. Who's the next concert you're trying to see? Next month, me and my bandmate are actually going to see Queens of the Stone Age, my all-time favorite band, actually, in concert. I dropped an entire paycheck on front row seats. I got mosh pit tickets to it. Super excited for that. If I get some brain damage, I'd say it's worth it. And then later on in the year, I'm seeing Pantera, another band, and Metallica, of course, in November. That's my current wait list for this year. I hope there's now that like COVID's coming to an end, I'm hoping that some of my favorite bands start coming back to my beautiful city. Beautiful city.
You can't hide where you're from with nightcrawler blood.
You can't hide where you're from, as he's talking about the Oklahoman sun. Can't hide from your own roots.
You can fight and fiend and sell your guns.
You can fight it, but you can't hide it. Here we go. You'll always be the Oklahoman sun. Great message. Which also ties up a lot of the preceding album with that. No way. Wow. That's quite disrespectful. Do you listen to Queens of the Stone Age? Are you familiar with their incredible music or any of the artists mentioned? It's always a band I recommend to almost anyone as long as they like just basic rock. They're actually like one of the entryways between just like some blues kind of rock into some more like alternative metal kind of stuff. Anyway, enough distraction. Great album through and through. Even the ones I didn't like exactly saved to a playlist were still super well thought out and contributed a lot to the rest of the album. This is one of the greatest country albums of the past few years, even just on first listen. A huge step up from the few songs I had heard previously from Zach Bryan, and a huge step up from any of the past country albums, again, I've heard of the past, like, decades. My favorite song I would have to give to Jake's Piano and Long Island, or Jake's Piano or Long Island. I don't know which way you're supposed to classify it, but it was so depressing and passionate in the best way possible. It really got me in the tone he was trying to go for with that. I don't know. Great album. Great listen. That's all for now. Thank you all for tuning into the stream.